Whenever we see that little sign. There we go, we're ready.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the TGS podcast.
Hello.
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 Hi. Hello. I'm John Brown.
Hello, John Brown.
Joining me is Keith Souch,
Yes.
Sarah Haskell,
Hello.
and Ian Jeans.
Hi.
Underoos.
There we go.
There he is. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I'm here.
I think we'll kick things off for our wonderful podcast this week with gaming news, of which there has been some exciting developments.
Yeah, unusual. Yeah, so Far Cry 5, we've been talking about Far Cry 5 like the last couple of weeks, bits and pieces here and there, saying, oh, it's silly that they're trying to release a Western, and I said, I don't think it's going to be a Western.
You did say that.
I did say that. And then discussing it yesterday with Ruben, I said, you know what it looks like? I said, it kind of looks like Preacher. And he agreed after I explained. I said, just because it's Montana doesn't mean it's a Western. Montana still looks like that now. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what. So then they dropped the trailer this morning. And fuck me if it doesn't just look like Preacher.
that was this your psychic visions coming into play? Because you're pretty good with.
It's not psych. It's reading between the lines.
Reading between the lines, you see. It's the whole psych thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks that guy's psychic, isn't it? I don't know right how the show goes. They think he's psychic, but actually he's just observant.
Just observant. Yeah.
But we could probably sell you better if you were psychic. Let's be honest.
A game psychic.
Yes, but as a psychic, then there's every chance that he'll be burned on a cross. But if he's observant, there's every chance he'll be sold as Sherlock Holmes. So that works.
As long as I get all his money, then I'm fine with that.
Well, it's not just that, but like if you think about it, every other Far Cry game that had a number or didn't, with the first one. So Far Cry 2, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4 were all set in like current day at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Far Cry Primal, which was called Primal, isn't Far Cry 5. It's kind of a spin-off, like Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
So because it was 5, I just thought it's not going to be an old-timey game. They would have called it something like Far Cry The West or something stupid like that.
Or Far Cry Old-timey.
Yes.
Old-timey.
Ye oldie Far Cry.
Ye oldie Far Cry.
But no, it was called Far Cry 5, which meant to me, judging by the way they'd done the series up until that point, it was going to be set in like current day. And there are plenty of backwards Hicks towns in in America.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They all voted for Trump.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
What's he got to do with it? Move on.
I don't know. I imagine racism will be in there. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe Trump will be the bad guy in it.
In Far Cry 5?
Yeah.
That'd be
He's a
interesting.
good guy. He's always a good guy.
Really?
I joke.
You really want to go there?
Okay, you want to... Right, excellent. Thank you very much for clearing that
Jesus,
up.
some of the stuff I've said, and that was really dark, wasn't it?
Yeah, for anyone that joined us last week, actually, I can't say for anyone that joined us last week, because for anyone that joined us last week probably isn't joining us this week.
No, that's a good point. That is a good point.
We're still working through those legal documents. Anywho,
And those issues.
those issues
So because we're talking about Far Cry, we're going to play Far Cry 3 today.
on screen.
Run, Forest, run.
That's basically what you said, yeah. Run.
Run in a forest.
He does actually say run, Forest, run.
That's why I
Oh,
said
does he
that.
actually?
Oh, yeah. It's vast.
Yeah,
the greatest, probably one of the greatest bad guys in video game history.
Funnily enough, that is why I said it.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were.
I'm still hoping we're going to
Great Robert Zemeckis.
get a proper HD remake of this game with some new content, or one day like a vast game where you actually get to play as him. Because at one point he was the hero of the island, and he's also one of the most fascinating characters in computer games.
Oh, is he the wobbly head?
He's the bobblehead I've got,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, so yeah,
Played by Michael Mando,
that's interesting. That
who's currently in Better Call Saul.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a thread there to perhaps
Well,
have a whole nother game of backstory.
He went in and did this, casting bit, and it was so out there. They then designed the character around what he had done in the room, like scrapped it and went back to the book and just went, right, yeah, we need to do what he just did. It's far more compelling.
And weren't there adverts or something based?
Oh yeah, he
on
did. He
him?
did. Yeah, he did loads of viral marketing with Christopher Mintz-Plasse for this game as well.
Nice.
Where he's got him buried up to his head, and you can actually find the character buried up to his head and dead in the sand by one of the beaches. It's a little Easter egg.
Nice.
At one point, he was pissing on his face and stuff on it. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
I say funny, you say dark.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
So, tell me about your mother. Moving on.
And it going down there again.
Comes back to the mum.
You're on a couch and I'm just sitting and listening. I'm starting to wonder. There's every chance I could be the sanest person in the room, and that's a worrying thought.
Not if you think I'm the one on the couch, because you're the one on the couch. I'm in a chair.
This is about to get meta.
Dear oh dear.
It's about to get meta.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the Far Cry games. They've always been entertaining, and they've always been, long. And I like long games, but not so long that you can't complete them.
Well, you say chair, I say seat.
So do you think the new one is going to kind of hold up to all the others?
Yeah, I think so.
If the story's a bit different, then...
They're consistent.
Because of how it looks as well. Like, I don't think I've ever really considered the fact that Preacher could be a good video game until I saw what they did, and I'm like, well, if it's going to be that sort of style, I think I'm going to really enjoy this. So I think they're good fun. They have been since the first one. They've always had good vocal casting and all the rest of it. And in the first one, it was what was it? It used to be famous, isn't anymore. Stephen Dorff. Which is no fault of his own. I think Stephen Dorff's great in everything he's in.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah, and he's done some like Uwe Boll movies. Not the Far Cry Uwe Boll movie, weirdly, which was based on the character that he played. Uwe Boll, being the great director he is, didn't even consider him for the part.
That's just odd.
Fuck you!
It's fucking weird.
You don't appreciate good art! I didn't even know what that was.
So, yeah, that's kind of odd.
Yeah, it was.
So, yeah, Far Cry's got a long and storied history. It's out on the PC first, then you had Far Cry Predator, and which was just one of the best games on the original Xbox. So,
terrible movie aside, it is an established and very much loved game series.
Oh yeah, I know. Jack is really into it as well. I think he's pretty much played all of them as well.
Jeans, your Far Cry thoughts?
I'm not really a fan of Far Cry, but yes, Jack has played all but probably Primal.
Have you put Ghost Recon in your console yet?
Ah, yeah, let's talk to him about
No,
that.
I don't know where I don't really know where that disappeared to. It's somewhere around my house still.
Sacrilege!
So you paid all that money?
We spent the last 4 weeks saying Ian still hasn't put Ghost Recon into his console.
Yeah, you've been...
Now we got him here, we'll ask him.
Yeah. So you paid all that money for a great game?
Yeah, I've completed it 100% now, Ian, including all collectibles, waiting for you to start.
I drew a pension waiting for you to start.
Yeah, well,
I grew a beard waiting for you to start.
Ruben started before you and nearly bought it a couple of weeks ago.
Ruben grew a second beard waiting for you to start.
Yeah, that isn't going to be a surprise.
You did pick it up from your gran and granddad, didn't you?
That motherfucker looks like Gimli
in the
now.
House. It got delivered here.
It got delivered.
So you have no excuse, you've just lost it.
But he lost it years ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
A brand new game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Day one release.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Well, my main issue
really?
is you're the only person that plays it, and this is the first time in how many weeks?
Yeah.
Again, my main
true.
issue is
where we've
Keith's the
actually
only
been
person that plays
available
it.
at the same time. Yeah.
You should have played
But
that.
you haven't even installed it, dude.
Yeah, no, that is bad actually.
At least get it in, install it, and then go, I'll come back to that.
Yeah, no. That's funny. It's been a long running joke.
That's, to the point
If
where...
it ever gets to the point where he's actually playing it, we're going to podcast whenever that is.
Yeah.
Like, Ian's got it and he's playing it. We're going to do a podcast now.
Yeah, achievement unlocked. Ian loaded the game.
They need to make that achievement.
Even
They do.
Microsoft.
100%.
It should be a rule.
It took me 83 hours of gameplay to get 100%.
Microsoft have got a 50G achievement, which they've created just for you because you've been so fucking slack.
Yeah, I'm on to the DLC now.
Honestly.
That's like that's going to become a statement. It's like, oh man, this bus is long. That's
I've
like
got a real
Jeans
issue.
Ghost
I've
Recon
got a real
long.
issue with the DLC though, and there's some more DLC coming. But I've got a real issue with the DLC. Is it makes you start again with another character?
Oh really?
Yeah. All right. It lets you start at level 20.
So you have to start the whole game over with another character if you get the DLC. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. To play the DLC levels, you've got to play as a different character, which is fucking weird. Like the whole point of DLC is to add on to your game, is it not?
How bizarre.
It doesn't even up the level cap. which is like
I was
30.
singing that in my head.
So I was hoping, we're going to get like a level cap, like boost as you normally get on DLC for games like this. And
Yeah.
I've got so much XP saved up, I figured I was going to be capped again anyway by the time that all went through. But no, none of that. Yeah. It's kind of weird. It plays very differently to the game. It's kind of like, as I said, talking about like Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is fantastic.
it's based in that engine, but is on that map, but all kind of changed up. And this seems to be something Ubisoft do. And when they do it like Blood Dragon and they do it well, it's fantastic. Or they'll do weird stuff with, it's kind of like the thing now. You go off kilter, like Call of Duty do the zombie thing.
Yeah.
And only the zombie thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, there are other possibilities.
They
explored from the
they did
one of the
try
biggest
other
games.
They did try. No,
They
they
did
did
try.
actually do a. They did an Alien one, and it wasn't
Yeah, it
too
was the
bad.
last game. It was called Halo.
no, they didn't alien one. It
Yeah,
was just zombies.
no.
And that was the only time they've ever tried anything else. And now they're back to that, and it's kind
Yeah,
of...
they haven't. Yeah.
How long have we got to another Call of Duty?
Actually.
That's how repetitive,
The end,
not long.
November.
November.
It's this year.
And for pure originality, they're going
And
back
it's
to World War
Groups on the
II.
Ground.
Yeah, I think they needed
Boots on
to
the
after
ground,
that
so-
last.
Which is how they started as a thing, wasn't it? It was like Call of Duty,
Yeah, it was.
Red Line and Call of Duty 2 were all
So it's not
World War II simulators.
that long till November. I mean, it's not like Gene's Ghost Recon long.
No, no, it's not.
No, but that game will be installed the minute I get it. So
Yeah.
No, that would be. That's Call of Duty. That's kind of like his bloodline.
Oh, I see.
Having favourites now, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently so.
I've always had favourites.
Because he's got issues.
Keith is one of them.
Yeah. I'm one of your favourites or one of your issues?
Both, actually.
Yeah.
I have a new game. Shall I install it? No, it's not Call of Duty. Sack it off.
Dear, oh dear. Suck what off?
Sack it off.
On that.
Sack it off. Suck it. But you've done what? You've sucked it off.
I'm confused already.
I'm really confused now. Yeah. He's got issues he needs to sack off. I think that's what I got from that.
I think you've all got issues.
I think he's got
Oh,
Call
yeah.
of Duty priority issues. Yeah, so that's fair enough. Okay, so Call of Duty aside, which is going to return to a more favoured content
Yeah.
in November after attempting to crash Halo's party and failing miserably.
Yeah.
I mean, like, backfired miserably. I'm not as entirely involved in the world of gaming as you lovely people are, but even I knew that fucked up spectacularly.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Titanfall, it did what that did. All right, Call of Duty like fucking sold so much better than Titanfall, but Titanfall did it better. For campaign and multiplayer.
Big names, though,
Like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just purely branding. That's all it is. It's what people know, and people don't like change. You know, you could have and that's the thing is, Titanfall was made up of people that previously worked on Call of Duty. You know, but still, people don't care who made it. It just didn't have the branding. So that's what it goes down to in the end, unfortunately.
But you loved Titanfall 2, didn't you?
Titanfall 2 was great, man. It's like Titanfall 1 was the multiplayer that I played, which I don't often do. But Titanfall 2 is brilliant. It's a great campaign, and honestly, no one bought it, so you still need to go out and buy it if you ever want to see another one.
Yeah, you
If
do.
you ever want to see it again.
It's great. Like seriously, you can pick it up cheap. It's fantastic.
It's a necessity.
It just gets better and better. They like added so many maps and stuff since. It's fantastic. I really love it. It's one of the best first-person shooters in years.
And with Far Cry as well, something I know you've always championed. As long as I've known you, you've always been probably the biggest Far Cry fan that I know.
Yeah, it's the thing that when everybody else again was playing Call of Duty multiplayer online and things like that, myself, Ruben, Matt, and Kev were just devoted to Far Cry. It just had one of the best map builders we've ever seen. So we made some real crazy shit, and it was just fun. And as I say, it looked great. It looked better on the 360. Sorry. Yeah, it looked better on the Xbox original than most games looked on the 360 within the first year.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it really did push the limit of what the original Xbox could do. So, great game.
So is it next year? It's dropping next year, Far Cry 5?
No, it's dropping this year.
It is dropping this year.
Yeah.
There's some confusion. This is the bit I got confused.
Yeah,
with
this
the release
autumn.
date.
There is a date. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, there's an actual release date.
Excellent.
They've already released. I'm surprised they revealed the release date, considering we're only a couple of weeks away from E3. I figured for sure it would be there. But,
maybe they have something bigger to announce, or...
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to be announcing some stuff. I've got a funny feeling they're going to be announcing... and this sounds a bit pie in the sky, but I think they're going to be announcing Beyond Good and Evil 2. They've been working on it for a little while. If you look at the jobs and stuff in gaming, Ubisoft have been looking for a marketing team to promote a game, and I think generally this is Ubisoft. They've got like Assassin's Creed, so all that team's got its own promotion and knows how to promote it. They've got it's got to be for something that's like a slightly new IP or a really really old game that they're bringing back. And I know they've been working on that, so I'm kind of reading between the lines again, and I'm guessing that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to be at E3. I think that'll be the big surprise. Other than that, Ubisoft will talk about Assassin's Creed. They'll talk about another Just Dance game.
Because money.
Suspects. Yes, because money. And we went a year without an Assassin's Creed game. So
is that your this year's predictions?
Yeah, we know they're doing Assassin's Creed. We know they're doing Far Cry. There's going to be some normal usual suspects that you get from Ubisoft. The same as EA. They're going to be talking about FIFA. They're going to be talking about NFL. It's one of those things. That's going to be the case. They're going to be talking about Battlefront 2. So it's.
Jeans, what are you looking forward to from E3? What are you expecting?
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I'll be happy with a new Creed.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
But, from what I've heard, they've sort of listened to what people have been saying, and then not going down the lines of the last couple of games.
Well, one report said that they're looking to do more basing it on the game and using less storytelling. And I'm like, well, we're talking about one of the most cinematic universes in gaming. I don't want less storytelling. I just want good storytelling.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
To be honest, I think they need to finish the game soon. There's only so long that they can go on with this.
Well, that's probably why they killed Desmond, isn't it? So they can keep the game going forever. Because with Desmond there, then it has to have a finite ending. Because he's dead now, it doesn't really matter.
Spoiler alert.
Wait, when did we kill Desmond? Hang on. When did we kill Desmond?
Assassin's Creed 3, end of. So since then
you've had... I played that.
Yeah, so since then you've had 4, Liberation, Rogue, Unity, and Syndicate. So there've been just as many games since Desmond died. Oh, not including the Chronicles as well. There's another 3 games. So there've been more Assassin's Creed games since Desmond died than there was before.
With Desmond in.
But in the last game, there's some hidden stuff that talks about Desmond's son. So.
Oh right.
I don't know what.
Okay, that's cool. That they'll probably use that at some point. But apparently, this one's meant to be in like Egypt or something, from what we've heard.
Yeah. Well, it's also
Obviously,
supposed to be.
how true that
apparently,
is.
it's like in 6 different timelines as well. So God knows what they're going to be telling.
Ugh.
It's called like Assassin's Creed Origins as well. So you got to assume it's the beginning of the Assassins. The Assassins. Which is what they're originally.
Well, I'm currently playing the Ezio Auditore pack at the moment because.
Oh yeah, I redid all of those as well. They were good.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I've got nothing better to do with my life. So.
Assassin's Creed 2 is probably still the bar. Like, 2 is still so good. Like, and it stands
just
up
the whole
really well.
Stuff was good. Like.
Yeah, he's an interesting character, good story. Yeah.
I've only just started it, so for those of you that haven't played it, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Yeah. It's a fucking...
Just tell it like it is.
It's a fucking great game.
Just tell it how it is.
I haven't slept. I'll tell them how it is. I don't care.
You need Assassin's Creed. You need all Assassin's Creed in your life.
Well, I think the big thing this year is going to be Microsoft, whatever they do.
Yeah,
Microsoft-
definitely.
Black Flag.
Black
Black
was
Flag
shit.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was alright, but
It's Assassin's Creed Pirates.
There's a game. They just make a Pirates game. That'd be good. But
that
yeah.
Pirates game.
Oh yeah, the one from Rare.
Yeah,
Sea of
that had
Thieves.
a alpha the other week.
Did it? I put my name down for it. I didn't get anything for it.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't have anything either. I didn't know about it. It was only because you're with Billy.
Yeah.
He was playing it. He said it's really good, and it is multiplayer as well, so you can play with like everyone that's online.
Oh, nice.
This is an actual Pirates game.
Well,
Yes.
not Pirates Gateway. This is a game.
No.
for
Actual Pirates
Yeah.
is in Pirates
Yeah.
are involved.
Yeah.
Pirates.
You're a
in
pirate.
the traditional sense, not in the Johnny.
Yeah,
Depp
they
sense.
revealed it at E3 last year. Sea
You
of
never
Thieves.
beat, though, for pirate games. You're never going to beat Monkey Islands. Let's be fair. Nothing will compare.
Do like the Monkey Island games.
Monkey Island games are great.
Yeah,
I do want to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, I say the thing I'm most interested about this year at E3 will be Microsoft, because I think everybody's holding back for the new console. I've said it before, and there's part of me thinking as well now that some of the stuff that they said they're not going to release anymore, because we were talking about Scalebound and how they've just paid to keep the IP and all the rest of it.
We were last week, yeah.
Do you think there's a possibility some of the stuff they've cancelled in the last they're exclusive they've cancelled in the last year
It's been held back.
for Scorpio? Go on, say it. I know you want to.
Possibly.
What?
You didn't. Every time I said Scorpio last week, you pissed me off.
Yeah. No, well, that's the thing. I pissed you off, so I'm not going to do it this time. El Scorpio!
Yes, it won't be called Scorpio.
So when is the El Scorpio ready?
So yeah, I guess we're going to find out. We're going to find out, aren't we?
Now he's just going
Fuck's
to block
sake.
you out.
So and I think a lot of stuff's being held back for that. Just because, again, I've said it. This year is been fucking shit for games.
It has been long.
There's nothing. It's
almost like
It's just
Ghost
re-releases
Recon
constantly.
yeah, that's all it is. It's re-releases and stuff being put back. And honestly, I think a lot of the stuff that's being put back, it's marketing. It's we can just touch this up a little bit and we can sell it at a slightly bigger premium on the new console.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's any coincidence that South Park got put back to just about what we think the release date of fucking Project Scorpio is going to be.
That's another game that took almost as long as Genes and Ghost Recon.
Yeah. But we don't know what's happening. So apparently, though,
No, you definitely took longer.
Red Dead's been put back till next spring.
Oh.
So, like, for that to have happened, like, they must have found a bug. Something that's pretty bad.
A la bug.
Because, say, Rockstar tend to try and release games that work.
That always is good.
It's kind of important.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised how often people don't bother with that.
Yeah,
I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 thinking they must have fixed this game by now.
Oh, wow. And they haven't.
And, like, this is the cheeky bit. It's in the sale, right? So it's like, it was a £5 down from, like, 30 quid or whatever. I thought, all right, they must, like, it's been out for, like, a couple of years now. I'll give it a go, because I do enjoy the Tony Hawk's games.
I know where this is going.
They were good.
And I put it on, right, and the fucking thing is so laggy, it's like trying to watch a strobe and skateboard at the same time. Like, it literally hurts your eyes to play. And you try and get a fucking refund on these things, because you buy it a digital sale. It can't be done.
Oh, right, in a digital sale.
Yeah. I was so infuriated that a game that has been out that long, and they've just gone, oh, fuck it, we'll leave it out there.
That is pretty bad.
Like,
Broken. We
Activision,
can't fix it. Bollocks.
That is cheeky as fuck, isn't it?
We're just leaving a broken game out there for sale. At least have the decency to pull it from retail.
No. These are the people that, like, rip you off fucking with microtransactions here and there in a first-person shooter. Activision have, like, literally become EA. Like,
I was actually in a...
And EA are more like Ubisoft now. You know, not quite as bad.
I was in a quite famous high street retailer, large supermarket, the other day, and I walked past a certain publication which had Destiny 2 on the front of it, and I very loudly said in public, "Fuck Destiny 2!" which got some interesting looks.
It's I
You'd have been
just
proud.
know that Ruben's going to spend somewhere in the region of like £200-300 on that game by the time it's done.
Ugh.
Because he'll buy it all as it comes out, as opposed to, as I said,
Learning
right now,
from the
if you
first
want
time.
to buy Destiny, all of it, you can buy it on Amazon for £25, all DLC, all expansions.
Cheers. I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
Still not worth it.
Prick.
You've got so much catching up to do. It's just not worth the time.
No. Because if you start it now, we found out that you'd end up at a higher level than I am currently.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. But it's still not worth it.
And there's nowhere near as much
Where's
grinding
the fun
to
in
do.
that? Where's the fun in that?
Well, because
The idea is to
it's
grind.
kind of fun just
It's
to
a
play the
grinding
campaign. It's
Yeah, but
not.
it's still a
Grinding's
grinding
never
game.
fun. That's it. They're
Oh,
taking
yes,
all
it
the
is.
grinding out.
Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7. You had to grind that.
Nah, not really.
If
Not
you want to complete it
really.
fully.
It's another
Oh,
game.
Any
yeah, if
game
you
you
want to
wanna
complete,
complete fully,
any
you have
game you
to
want to
grind.
complete fully, you have to grind a little bit.
I
I
and
don't
there's
mind
the
it for
fun.
collectibles and stuff, weirdly. But when it's like, chance findings of orbs of light.
No, yeah, that was a bit pointless. That was the chance findings. All right,
Chance
I give you that.
findings.
But
Like, it's like I put in more hours than someone, and they could play it for 2 hours and find the right fucking weapon that would also give them the orbs of light to suddenly become a level fucking 50. And you're stuck there at level 26 because you haven't found an orb of light, even though you've been playing for 27 hours straight.
Still not as long as Jeans and Ghost Recon, though, is it?
No, not quite.
That definitely is our new concept of time, isn't it?
That's the thing that time is all measured in now.
Is it as long as Jeans and Ghost Recon?
how long's that game been out for now?
72 years.
Couple of
It
months.
feels like it. Don't worry about that.
It came out in March, didn't it? Yeah, it came out
Was it
in March.
March?
Yeah, so it's been out for 2 months.
Not realised
There are
this.
like old people in retirement homes going, I've lived a long life, but not quite as long as it's taken Jeans to play Ghost Recon.
Or when we're sitting in the old people's homes.
Said,
James,
I bet he's still...
have you put the game in yet?
No, mate.
I mean, that was effort. It was too much effort. I
That'll be
still
his
got around
last
to it.
move before he leaves this world. We'll be putting that game in the drive, and that'll be it.
On his
No,
deathbed.
that's it. I'm adamant
Jeans,
now.
Jeans, you can't leave this world. You can't leave this world until you've put Ghost Recon into the. Okay, but I can't move around. You have to get it for me. I've left it under the. Just never get done.
See, I would imagine him being more of a tease and saying, "Bring it to me. I shall put the disc in."
And then when you go over again,
Then-
and come
then
back and
he goes to put it in,
And then-
flips you the finger, and then just
fucking
dies.
dies.
Yeah. That'd be the way to do it.
That sounds like fun.
That does sound more like Ian, to be honest.
Last flipping the bird as a last act of defiance, even though it took 2 nurses to help him get his middle finger
Yeah.
up.
And then just as he's going, tell Jack he's gay.
You know me too well, boss.
That'd be the one.
That'll be how it goes.
Yeah.
Exactly
He'll
like
just,
that.
just die with a rock solid middle finger and a grin on his face because he just got
Be the
that.
first thing that had been rock solid for a few years by then, wouldn't it?
Still didn't put the disc in.
Nope. No disc.
So,
Well,
John,
it's
in the world of cinema, what have you been viewing this week?
I've been viewing some interesting. The thing about this week's movies is there's nothing really
Good.
that's smacked me around the place and said this is fucking outstanding. Nothing, sadly. I mean, Red Turtle's obviously headed in
Red turtle headed.
Red Turtle headed.
That sounds bad.
Awful.
No,
That sounds like
that's-
you got blood in your stool. And, really...
So
I've got a
glad I
red
wasn't the
turtle
only
head
one
showing.
thinking that.
Oh, Red
Oh.
Turtle head showing. Yeah. Anyway, so that aside, movie wise, no, that's playing selected cinemas, and depending on where you are, where you live, it may be in a theatre near you. It may be taking as long as June or July because it's like an independent release. But that's probably the strongest thing that's on its way out this week, moving forward. But the three there are 3 commercially big blockbuster movies, as they say, that are coming out. And out of the 3 of them, the most interesting and the best one is, believe it or not, Baywatch.
No, I believe it.
It does look very funny.
It's up against Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul, which is basically
They got new star and new all sorts of.
but
Not that I've seen the others, but listening to my daughter the other day complaining about it, I'm like, he's too old to be a wimpy kid now, sweetheart. Like,
But she still wasn't happy though. Was
yeah,
she?
it's kind of
it's the problem with child casting. Eventually, they got to be replaced.
yeah, and unfortunately with this one, it's kind of done.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of out. It's not.
The books were big at one point.
But it's not got the
they've kinda
charm of
lost
the books. You know, it does very much feel like let's squeeze that cash teat and for movie cash.
Kind of a disturbing.
See what
image you're
happens.
giving
I'm doing my hands. Yeah, Let's just milk that for another holiday blockbuster, and it doesn't really pay off. It's not really, it's kind of tired format. Wasn't really a huge fan of it, if I'm honest. I really liked the first movie, but no, it's lost its steam. I think as a movie franchise. Equally, so has Pirates of the Caribbean.
Do you mean?
And I knew you were going to say that.
Well, we
but
talked
I'm
about
still
Pirates last week.
I'm
We
still
We did talk about Pirates last week.
disappointed.
Was I right?
You were absolutely right.
Right. So a couple of quick spoilers. Is it Will Turner's son?
Yes.
Okay, saw that coming. Right. So, and is it basically the first two movies mashed together?
It's the first three movies mashed together.
Ah, see. I knew it from that trailer.
It's the best. It's the best bits of I had incredible struggle putting a review together for this movie because there are so many things I like about it, so many things I don't like about it, which is why I sat right.
It's the Grease medley of Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is, yes, absolutely. Just quickly before we move on to that, though, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I gave a 2 because I just thought it lacked invention. Pirates of the Caribbean, slightly bigger 2.5 out of 5 because I liked it half as much. I liked half of it and hated the other half, if that makes sense. So I had to go straight down the middle because I'm like, I like you as much as I hate you. It's a strange place to be because you called it very early on. You and Ruben said CGI looks a bit shady, and I thought, well, maybe that's just previs early stuff to promote the movie, get it out there. But no, they didn't really fix anything. Interestingly, Disney Tech, which we love, which we've nicknamed Disney Tech, which we love, where they de-age an actor, which we've been loving lately.
Isn't it strange that it didn't look like Johnny Depp?
Yeah, it's odd.
Especially as we know what Johnny Depp looked like as a teenage actor.
Yes, and that is a problem, and it's unhinging to watch because there's a whole scene.
I just thought when I saw it
with him in it,
I thought it was a new actor.
It just felt odd because it feels really CGI. I'm doing weird robot movements here, but it's like a CGI. Like you could tell, it was so obvious. Oh, no. And I was like, oh, that's a bit ropey. But there's things I like about it, things I didn't like about it. Stuff like, oh, hello.
It's all right. I think we're okay.
Hey.
Ian, you still there? Ian?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Somebody wake up.
We had a
Ian.
weird click last week, and then we lost Ruben forever.
Somebody wake up, Ian. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, like I say, with the negatives, we have seen it all before. It is the best bits of the three movies coupled together, and it's the same old plot. There are two young protagonists who fall in with Captain Jack Sparrow. They're all seemingly have the same agenda, but actually what Jack's really trying to do is save his own neck. And in order to do that, they have to fend off some supernatural villain that Jack's pissed off, and they can only do it with a fangly dangly bit of treasure that is a MacGuffin to stop everything.
Okay. Yeah.
I am.
It's the same movie. It's the same movie. Movies.
Pirates of the MacGuffin.
Pirates of the MacGuffin.
It has been that for it is honestly like the first movie was good by accident. It's like they have no idea what made it good.
Because I absolutely loved the first one.
Yeah,
first one's a lot of fun.
But they have never been able to repeat
like,
what was good about that movie.
I like the idea of it, and that's why it hurts my soul so much that they've just got worse and worse.
Oh
and
yeah,
worse.
And I know I'm going to
have a soul.
it.
Oh
yeah, no, we still. You have a soul.
Thank you for
so
that.
there are things I like about it as well.
Yeah.
There were just say things I didn't like. Some obvious things. The first 10 minutes are epic, and the last act is epic.
Just everything in between.
So
but that's what happens in Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, and then the middle's very cluttered and confused, and there are lots of things going on at once. There's a sequence. There are two sequences that they completely stole out of two other movies we really like, by the way. One of which we saw very recently. The end kind of feels a bit forced. I mean, it's And there's the confusion, because it's very entertaining, it's beautiful to look at, I really, really got into it, I bought into it, but in the back of my mind there was that nagging sensation. It's like, we've only just done this in another movie, and this all feels a bit forced to push the plot along, which is a real shame. There's a post-credit sequence which absolutely smacks of, we'll just shoot this character in as well.
Yeah.
Because then that way we've gone across all these different characters and kind of had a renaissance celebration of all the characters. Really forced. And yeah, so I love the music, but then the other thing is with the music, like for example, doesn't do it any justice, because when you watch the film, it feels like Jeff Zanelli is just playing straight out the Hans Zimmer playbook.
Yeah.
Like, he's just taking all the stuff that Hans Zimmer and Klaus Bella had already wrote musically, and he's just basically almost like a tribute act to what had already gone before. Now, what annoys
But I
me...
suppose that's quite fitting if the films are pretty much just taken from...
What annoys me about that, though, is I'd since got sent the score, the whole uncut album that Jeff had done for the whole movie, and there's some really good stuff on there, and it feels like they just went, right, is this your complete musical work? Yeah, it is. Well, we're just going to cut the bits that sound like the other films and keep those bits for the movie, which is a real shame. As I say, again... Yeah, it's great to see Captain Jack. Yeah, the drunken pirate thing is still amusing. No matter how many times you watch it, it's still funny watching him fall about the place, pissed as a fart, and crack one-liners. However, our friend Mark Kermo did make an interesting observation yet again. Keeps coming up with these funny one-liners, which I absolutely love. But he said yesterday, it's basically Carry On Columbus. And him and Simon Mayo did a whole comparison thing where basically this Pirates of the Caribbean movie it could as well be a Carry On movie.
That's crazy, because I've never thought about it like that before.
This one more so than any of
Not
the others.
even a good Carry On movie.
No, not even a good Carry On movie. Exactly.
The only good bit about that movie was Julian Clary.
Carry On Pirates, I think he called it, or
Was
something like that.
If you're feeling cold tonight, you can always come up my end.
That's it. And there are actually
I've never done an impression of Julian Clary before, and that was fucking good. I really liked that.
there was a good impression. There are some questionable like innuendo one-liners, more so than any other film actually of Pirates,
that's always
which I did
amusing.
chuckle. I must admit, I did chuckle at, but it wasn't. I didn't even spot that until I'd seen their review since and gone, oh my god, yeah, it really is actually. When you look back at it, it is a carry-on movie in a lot of ways. But so yeah, it's funny in parts, it's entertaining.
Isn't there
in
already
other
a
parts.
Carry On Jack?
I think there might be.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, it's Carry On Dick, isn't it? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's the one with Dick Turpin. We were
Yeah.
watching it around your mum's the other day. That's
I've slept
that's
since
Carry On
then.
Dick.
That's Carry On Dick.
Perfectly.
With Sid
innuendo.
James as Dick Turpin. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I love that man.
Brilliant. Yeah, there was. And there were a couple of questionable one-liners in there. And now I think about the movie, I think, Christ, Sid James could have said any of those lines.
Yeah.
And probably better.
And got away with it, yeah. But so, yeah, like I said, it's amusing in places. It's still funny, even though some of it's like, oh, really? You know, and there are other moments where you just sort of raise an eyebrow and go, yeah. It's like, so I like it as much as I hate it. It's a very strange place to be in because it's still entertaining. Like you say, you guys will still probably watch it.
Yeah.
Just
of course.
just for completist, to be completist. Like, all right, I've seen them all now.
So
That's it.
completist. I still haven't got myself around to
Completionism.
buying the fourth one.
I
I own
haven't.
the first three.
Yeah, same as. There's the interesting thing about that. So yeah, that gets a 2.5. Because it's still a lot of fun. But what was more fun was Baywatch.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
I thought it.
Oh, you blooming wood off.
That
I did.
We
When
live
you
in
were
a
going,
world-
oh, I don't think that looks good, then I was going, what are
I
you talking
didn't.
about? That
Yeah,
looks
when I
great.
first saw the trailers, I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, is this
What's
meant to
not
be
to
a
get?
spoof? Is it meant to be a serious actual Baywatch kind of?
And that's when I made the point. What serious Baywatch? There was
And
no
yeah,
serious
once I kind of got my head around it, I was like, yeah, this
yeah.
looks good fun.
Baywatch
Here-
was funny because of how seriously it took itself. And if you just expand that just a little bit, you've got full-on comedy.
And that's what I love about this. And I think that it has been spectacularly misunderstood. There were some very interesting. It's an interesting noise.
Yeah.
There were some interesting things going on Twitter yesterday with The Rock, saying that, you know, serious critics are out with their venom and bile, And
Oh dear.
I didn't make it for them. I made it for fans, which I think is perfectly acceptable. I did tweet him back though, and actually say, "Excuse me, I'm a critic. I loved it. Well, it was fun because I accepted it for what it was. I was told I was going to get ludicrously over the top action and comedy, and that's exactly what I was given.
And that's exactly what the trailers make it look like. To be
So
fair.
I don't understand why, since they and yeah, the trailers were very clear in their intentions. This is going to be a tongue-in-cheek, balls out, cock joke and f-bomb filled version of the TV show. That's exactly what you're going to get, and that's exactly what you do get. Did they think, oh, that's the trailer, but maybe when I sit down, it's going to be the next Oscar winner? No,
Yeah,
you
or
saw
it's
the
gonna
trailer.
be exactly almost like just a full-length episode of how Baywatch was.
Or they do like a Mr. Burns. They sit there and watch the trailer and go, excellent, I will enjoy chewing that to fucking pieces in my column that week. It's like, you know what I mean? Like they pre-hate it
Yeah.
straight away. And I thought, no, we're not going to do any of that. This movie looks like a hell of an amount of fun. So in I go, sit down, screen the film. I laughed a lot. There is a lot of laughter. And it is ridiculously over the top. And it's like I always say, it's mindless bollocks, but it's fucking entertaining mindless bollocks.
That's what you want, really.
It's hugely entertaining. And The Rock clearly has a passion for the old TV show. He's clearly got a little bit of a, he's got a little bit of a love for it. And he's a bit of a fan. He made it for the
Is there a Hasselhoff cameo?
Of course there is.
Well, there had to be.
Anna
didn't there?
Pamela Anderson.
I would be really disappointed if there wasn't.
Yeah, that's and the tune's in there. Of course, the tune makes an
Wow.
appearance.
Like 40% of Pamela Anderson.
40%.
I think that's all that's left that's human now.
40% of Pamela Anderson is in this movie. Yeah, Hasselhoff's in there as well, and
She's got more silicon now than an Apple warehouse.
Yeah, it's all you want to expect. So if you just the way to look at this is if you remember the TV show, remember anything about it, it was nonsense, to be honest. And
If they melt her down when she dies, we won't have to pay for fucking like shopping bags anymore.
Oh, we'll come back to shopping bags.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
don't leave it too long though, eh? Yeah, this is exactly what it is. It's just an extended episode. It's like an extended episode of the TV show. It involves itself in that nostalgia of what the TV show was. TV show, it's like we're lifeguards. Why are we, investigate? Why are they investigating crimes? Keith remembers episodes of Baywatch Nights where they got to a point where they're investigating vampires and ghosts.
Oh yeah, that all
But
happens.
this is-
Yes, I
like-
didn't. I was too young to be watching the nighttime ones. But
this
you know,
is
It doesn't
the
happen
thing.
until the second season, right? Similar to Dark Shadows, the soap opera. It wasn't until later on they go, "Oh, no one's watching this," and they went, "Oh, we'll just stick a vampire in it," right?
I might need to try and find these and
So yeah,
and
they
watch them.
basically did the same thing with like Baywatch Nights. So he spent all his day like on the rescuing people, and then at night time he'd be up all night, like
So he would never sleep then.
cocaine. That's what it was.
It was the 80s, wasn't it?
He lived on a diet of drug and cheeseburgers. It's true to life, as we know. And yet I still love Hasselhoff.
Oh, you can't
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he's
most ridiculous man in the history of the world. But
He's up
there's
there.
something so lovable.
and it's
about
the
him.
same with
He's a trier.
I love the fact that Zac Efron's character throughout the movie questions their motives as if he were us in the audience, as if we were when we watched the TV show. Like, why are they investigating crimes? They're fucking lifeguards. And there are loads and loads and loads and loads. The movie is layered with jokes about why are you investigating crimes? You're lifeguards.
Yeah.
And I love that.
But this is another surprise, is Zac Efron. In some of the recent comedy stuff he's done.
Oh, he's been great.
He's been fantastic.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
He really is embracing taking the piss out of himself.
Apparently
just-
he's probably got the hots for his co-star though, like in real life.
Oh, really? I'm not surprised. She's lovely.
Yeah. She's been in I think she was in American Crime. What's True Crime?
True Crime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think she's in that for a season.
She was in the Woody Harrelson season.
Yeah, first season.
Yeah. That's the one. It's got a great cast. They work really well together. The Rock plays Mitch Buchanan, which is funny because then Hasselhoff turns up as Mitch Buchanan, which is interesting.
Bitch tits Buchanan.
Which there's tons of stuff in there, and it is basically watching like a. I think they should carry this on as a TV show because it's hilarious.
I am really looking forward to seeing it.
It is hilarious. I really, really liked it. Of course, it's not going to win the Oscars. Of course, it's not going to be anything special. But it is ridiculously over the top. And it just takes the TV show. And it also takes some of those kind of cheesier, more OTT 80s action movies and incorporates that into it as well. Kind of ups the ante on the explosions and the action and the comedy and F-bombs and dick jokes.
Yeah.
There's all that and
Sounds like
boobs
a winner
jokes.
to me.
It takes the piss out of itself. It's fully aware of itself. And that is why I take it to one side and go, fair play, I like that. Well done. Good effort.
Yeah,
you know, and everybody
not
else
to be
is
something. It's
No.
not at all. It's...
No, this is a movie based on a Saturday TV show. What Oscars was that expected to win? Why are we comparing? And this is the other thing. We go back to talk about criticism. They're taking this movie and they're using the same structural procedure to judge it as they would a masterpiece like The Godfather or Taxi Driver, or you know what I mean.
Comedies have
You
to
can't do that. Comedies have to be on their own. We've always said that.
Yeah.
On a separate spectrum. So yeah, this is a great movie. It's actually my movie of the week. Never thought I'd hear myself say that. Baywatch is my movie of the week because it's a lot of fun. It really is, just not for kids.
Generally, for entertainment, you can't go wrong with the future president of the United States.
Yeah, let's talk about that. 'Cause...
That I do want to see because it can't be any worse than.
As I
it is
said,
at the
only
moment.
one man could stop The Rock, and that's Tom Hanks. Like,
I love that. Man.
Tom
but
Hanks is
that's
the
how the
president.
world feels about Tom Hanks. There's something about him you trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is great. I'd love to see Tom Hanks as a president.
Yeah.
And it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want Tom Hanks to be my dad. That would
Okay.
be pretty cool.
Tom Hanks is
That's the
amazing.
kind of man that he is.
He is great. Everyone loves him.
He's pretty cool. But yeah, and The Rock doesn't seem to be saying no. He doesn't seem to be saying no. He just seems to be saying 3.5 years is a long
But
time. Let's see what
then
happens.
is it going to get into the whole stupidity of just anyone can run for president then? And
Anyone
then...
can run for president. That's
No,
what America's
but,
founded
no,
on.
I know that. But I mean that anyone actually will then run, and it will just kind of
Why
get
not?
a bit
They
out of
can't be
hand.
doing a worse job than that's currently being done, can they?
Exactly.
It's like, we've got these secrets. Do I give them to the Russians?
Are you sure this time?
Yeah. No one specifically said not to, so therefore it must be okay.
Even though it has this big red classified written over it.
This is
Yeah.
a man
I am
that
the
went on
president.
record to call a terrorist faction a bunch of losers in a press statement.
Oh,
Yeah. Dear,
A
oh dear.
bunch of losers. That's what he officially called them.
I mean,
Like,
is it in
Bless
the Old
him.
Testament? Like
oh, we've
funny
getting
old
religious
fucking
now.
orange man with like bad wig is one of the signs of the apocalypse.
his comb over. Was it you that said his comb over comes from his armpits? Like,
No, that
combs
wasn't me.
Fucking, it combs. That's his fucking hair comes up from over his up his back and over his head. Like that's his back hair. You can see on his nut.
I just think it's like well-trained guinea pigs. Because it seems to be that sort of consistency of fur. It's got a more fur-like quality than hair.
Maybe he's some kind of like hybrid, like human guinea pig hybrid.
Maybe it is a
thing.
literal ponytail. Like, it's just
What, just cut off the
strapped
pony?
to his head. Yeah,
Could be.
yeah. I think it could be. Anyway, plastic bags.
Plastic bags.
Shopping bags, jeans.
Shopping bags.
So, we're not even talking shopping now. We're talking McDonald's.
Okay.
We're talking McDonald's are going to start charging for their bags.
What, the brown paper bags that you put your munch in?
Yep.
The fully recyclable brown paper bags.
Yeah.
How are they gonna
How are
get
they
around
going to
that?
get?
I don't know.
That's
All I know
literally
is it's already
stumped us all.
started.
Is that going to include
started in
like
Wales.
drinks trays?
The world's most profitable fast food chain
Fuck knows.
wants to charge for recyclable
They
bags.
don't even deal in plastic bags. There is no plastic bags.
Yeah, the
at
point of the
McDonald's.
plastic badge charge
It's
was
for
an
the whole-
environmental thing.
Yeah.
Because they are a pain in the dick to
Yep.
recycle.
So if you've got something that is very easily recyclable,
And has fully recycled written on the paper,
yeah,
which
why-
it does.
How can you?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, I don't
And
understand
all their
that
cup
one.
trays are made of fully recyclable materials.
So is that just pure profit for them then?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm
Most
going to tell
likely.
them to fuck off when they ask me for my 5p for the bag.
Oh, yeah,
They won't ask.
I'll
It'll be
stay
a little
there
bit of a
though.
charge,
I'm
isn't it?
gonna flip them the bird.
This is not a full boycott.
That's crazy.
No, not
It's
at
just a
all. I'm not,
partial
I'm
one.
not that stupid.
That's some crazy. Yeah. Every now and again, you still got to have a Big Mac. Like,
Or a what's the bagel burger? What was it called?
What?
I forget, but that was amazing.
The
Oh,
bagel. Oh, the New York bagel.
American
they did their Taste of America.
the great taste of
okay.
America. Oh my god, it was a
Oh,
New
don't,
York
'cause
bagel,
I
but it
really
had 2
want
quarter
McDonald's
pounders,
now.
2 quarter pounders in it, and coleslaw and all sorts of goodness. Oh, it was amazing. I never thought that. I've never done that before. Never had a burger and a bagel, but that worked
Might have to try that.
spectacularly. Yeah, Gene's got a secret stash of them apparently.
Yeah, they're the reason that I can't find Ghost Recon.
Because
Oh,
his,
Because they're
house,
hidden
Probably
under the
underneath.
bagels.
his house is like one
Yeah.
of those hoarder houses, and it's just full up with bagels, boxes and boxes of bagel burgers that he has to climb over to get onto his bed.
Yeah. You doing a barbecue this summer, Jeans? Because you got a nice garden.
Yes. More than
Do
likely.
it, do it.
It's one of the things about not
I
having.
will
a
let
garden.
you know.
We're
I
like,
know we're going to con
"Oh."
everyone into having anyone we know that has barbecue, or even if we don't know you and you having a barbecue and you want to invite us, just leave a comment on the video and we'll tell.
I think I'm just going to tell my
have one in
brother
the
that
fucking
like
car park.
I'm going to have a
Fuck
barbecue
'em.
in his whilst he's at work. Like
Yeah, that'd work.
inviting
Brings
everyone
back
round.
memories. That does.
Yeah.
Barbecues there.
Because he used to have barbecues like every summer. It's like the thing that Kev does. He hasn't done it in a couple of years.
We used to have
You
barbecues.
did one
all the
last
time.
year. Or the year
No, that
before.
was the year before, man. Yeah.
Right, we all need
that or the year
to.
before.
So that's
Yeah.
another person we need to get onto then and say sort your life out.
I'm up for a barbecue.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not being
yeah.
on one. I mean, I'm up for. I know I'm getting big, but
if there's alcohol and a little bit of food, I'm down.
I love the way the emphasis was on alcohol.
Yeah.
There's loads of alcohol,
yeah,
but
he's got
just a
his
tiny
priorities.
bit of food.
Hey, I don't need food. I just need alcohol.
If I could just get shittoed with the occasional morsel of food,
With the
Then I'm
occasional
happy.
bagel burger.
Kick
the
it.
occasional bagel burger that I've
Yeah.
stolen.
I'll
from
see if I'll
McDonald's.
see if I can steal you some bagels at some point.
I've hidden them away with all those
Joke if
non-existent
anyone-
McDonald's
oh God, I should
plastic
not have said
bags.
No theft was actually made.
Yeah, no theft
Fantastic.
will ever be made.
Fantastic.
Get myself in trouble in a minute.
Yeah.
Will you? What? What bagel?
Bagel? What's a bagel?
What bagels? What are you on about? Don't know what you mean.
Don't know, mate.
How long did it take to steal all those bagels? Did it take as long as it's taken you to put Ghost Recon in?
If not longer, mate.
Did it take as long as it did for Twin Peaks to come back?
Oh!
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Twin Peaks.
Brilliant link.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw it. I took the opportunity.
There we
that
go.
was pretty impressive, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand over to you two now because this is definitely.
Well, no,
your...
because like I want you to be involved in this conversation. Because do you remember, like 4 years ago?
I wasn't as into it as you were, though.
No, but 4 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago, I went through them again, didn't I?
You did.
And I got to the end of it,
This is Psychic Keith coming into
and
play
then
again.
Observant.
I called John, called to John, because Ruben isn't here to say it. And I thought, I said, do you know what? I said, Twin Peaks is going to be back within the next 5 years. And you were like, what? This is David Lynch just said, and at the very end, it says, I will see you again in 25 years. I said, it's the sort of fucking thing that he would actually do. Like, he would continue it on straight from that point.
Lo and
Which-
behold,
Fucking
25 years later.
25 years later, that's exactly what
it's
the man did.
back.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So again, as we do,
Observant.
we started right from the beginning. Psychic.
Observant.
Psychic. Yeah, we started from the beginning.
Yeah, I went back to 1990.
Because I'd never seen it. I was too young at the time to watch it.
I think I was too young at the time.
Yeah, I was too young at the time. I watched it all on video first time. To say someone, a friend of ours
I
had.
think I had a fucking movie at the cinema. That's how popular that was.
And to be fair, throughout it all, there were a few. What the fuck?
a few.
Okay, no.
It's
It was
David
a few.
Lynch.
No.
Like David Lynch's most straight movie is The Elephant Man. Like,
The
and that's about a weird subject.
yeah, but there was there were quite a few throughout
Yeah.
the two series. The first episode of the new series, I think I said what the fuck
At least five
times
times within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
My,
also had one of the scariest moments I've
My
seen on TV in the
mind-
last 10, 20 years.
felt like it was melting in my head. That's the only way it was. I don't know. It was good and it was gripping.
You know, and some of the things that people do is if they bring back TV shows, is they make it so it's palatable for people who've never seen it before, and people who who know it really well. That's not the case here.
Oh no.
Nope. You've never seen Twin Peaks. This is not for you.
No.
Go back and watch Twin Peaks, and then get into it, and it will be for you, as like versus me versus Sarah has proven.
Yeah, if I just jumped in and watched that, I probably would be in like some insane asylum now, thinking that I was going mad.
Oh, yeah,
not
sure you're
already
not.
though.
I feel like
Hey,
in this house.
Teens got there.
Yeah.
See, you can get to a punchline quick enough, but you can't get to your fucking Xbox.
Hey, I'm on my Xbox right now.
He just doesn't know where the game
I'm
is.
just, yeah.
Told you, it's hidden under all the fucking stolen
So,
bagels.
yeah, this thing is awesome.
There are no
Like,
stolen
it's got a
bagels.
cast of 217 people.
And there's like 39 of the original.
Cast returning.
This is a series that featured David Duchovny in drag, right?
This is a series
and
that
he's
featured
back.
David Bowie at one point, in
course
the
it did.
movie.
And he was going to reprise.
He was going to reprise his role
role.
from Fire Walk With Me, but obviously. Miguel Ferreira, this will be his last thing he ever filmed.
That's true.
So and there's the Log Lady, that'll be the last thing she filmed. And because of the way he filmed it in little blocks and not telling other people necessarily what was going on, he managed to capture these performances before some of these people passed away because of the way he filmed it. Like, it's genius. That's what it is. It's crazy, fucked up genius. I say David Duchovny will be back as a transvestite DEA agent. So
I'm looking forward
that's going to
to
be
that.
funny again.
Mm-hmm. Carl McLaughlin, obviously.
Yeah, Carl McLaughlin
He
is.
doesn't look like he's aged. And this is without using
Disney tech.
Disney tech.
Yeah, he's playing two characters.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's pretty fucked up, but it is truly Twin Peaks. It felt like Twin Peaks. It's even got the old 80s style fucking like writing, and it looks like it's been, the best computer effects they could have back then to project the writing on top of a screen. It looks exactly like that. It's got the same editors, the same, like, it's still him and Frost. It's brilliant. Love it. Check it out.
And after just watching that, it was the first two one.
Yeah, it was the first two. It was
Yeah.
basically a feature-length pilot done over 2 parts.
I'm really excited to sort of see how it all plays out.
Yeah, so it's currently showing on Sky Atlantic, so give that a go. And it will be back again on Sunday. It airs the same time over here as it does in the States, so there's no worries there. Read between the lines, people. And do go back and check out if you've never seen it, or if you did see it but it's so long ago you're not too sure. I do recommend before starting the Twin Peaks series, recap or watch for the first time.
Chill of nostalgia.
First season's only 8 episodes anyway, so you can do that in a night. What's 8 episodes for a binge watcher? Nothing.
Sitting and watching Twin Peaks and playing my Amiga.
Yeah. It's fun. 25 years for something to come back with a direct, it started where it finished episode.
Yeah, literally.
The exact shot is where it starts.
Yeah, it's genius.
It's craziness.
It's crazy genius.
Yeah.
I think you summed it up best.
There's a character in there that is part of an arm attached to an electric tree, and that's a character.
Can you see why I said what the fuck?
What concerns me is
Oh,
that
and that's
I
the
don't
character
find
that,
that very
that's the
well.
character that used to be played by the dwarf.
You know, the dancing dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember the Dancing Dwarf.
Or as they referred to it in the actual show, there was a midget.
Say it as I see it. You
And
know?
it's still got all the backwards talking that's been recorded backwards, so it sounds kind of strange, but front ways when it's there. The dream sequences are still completely Lynchian. It's
I would love to be in that man's head for a day, though.
No.
you have he takes what's in his head and he writes it all on paper. I'm telling you, this man has the most intricate dream journal anyone's ever owned, because
You
his
are.
subconscious is on screen at all times. That's what
That's
David Lynch
basically
does.
where you are. You're already on the screen. On the screen, what you see there, you're already in his head.
This is
Genius. He is a
This
genius.
is the first ever Oscar-nominated director to go to television. Now that's commonplace.
Yeah.
But think about it. This is like the 80s, beginning of the 90s, and an Oscar-nominated director went, you know what? I think I could tell more story on TV. And then put a thing together and went, yeah, got it. And then they
BBC thing over here, wasn't it?
I so long ago I can't remember.
I think it was at the time.
As I say, I didn't really watch it because I was only 11 years old.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have watched it.
And then as I say, it's only a couple of years later when someone had it on video, they recorded it all, that I got round to watching it
Yeah.
and was fascinated. First of all, I didn't like it, and then very quickly I was like, oh, this is interesting, and then it soon became, what the fuck is this? I love it. So...
I think it could be very Marmite, though. You either end up loving it or you just think, no.
Oh yeah, it's
No.
definitely Marmite, without a doubt.
But it's a
Without a
huge
doubt.
following the world over. It's a huge following.
Mm.
You know, it's very it still forms part of geek mythology. Certainly, Twin Peaks has got a following as much as any other sci-fi TV series. So
Yeah.
you know, it really works. I want to talk about Wonder Woman, but we'll do that next week.
Oh no, we can talk about it quickly. That trailer is, that latest trailer is fucking fantastic, and it's performing well,
So excited.
and it's getting such good reviews. And I think we need to at least say that people need to check this movie out.
Yeah, I think we do. I have not seen it as yet. I'm hoping to rectify that before I come back next week.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that obviously I've got folk that have had a early look at it, and they're walking out of there
It's like
saying
if Sarah can see one movie this year, that's it.
it's
Yeah.
apparently the best DC movie since Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy.
Wow.
Which is high praise.
It is high
Oh,
praise,
big
and that
time.
was coming. That's coming from someone who's in a position not to mince his words.
Yeah.
So you know, yeah. So I think that was Robbie at the Guardian actually, but I might have that wrong. But anyway, nonetheless, you know, somebody in a quite influential position in the press has said that he thinks it's the best thing that he's seen since
be
Nolan's
fair,
trilogy
though, I
from
think-
DC.
It's the best thing since sliced cock.
I'm not even going to go down that road.
What's good about sliced cock?
I don't know.
No, that's Jewish.
What?
Oh, says the man hiding all the bagels.
Yep. I will toast all their bagels.
Anywho,
No, I'm really looking forward to this. Just from the trailers alone, it looks
What, the bagels?
yes, the bagel movie.
Oh, there's a bagel movie now? When did I miss that?
We've been secretly filming you
Oh,
and
why
the
not?
bagels.
There's a sausage movie.
We
There's an
shot-
emoji
we-
movie. There probably is a fucking bagel movie.
we shot it.
There's
We'll
a
look it up.
knitting and crochet film.
We shot the
Ow.
bagel movie in your house while you were looking for fucking Ghost Recon.
We did.
You're never going to get over this, are you?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, what's
No,
it
I'm not.
called? That documentary about?
Yarn.
It's called Yarn.
Yes.
Is it a good yarn?
Oh, I really want to see it, and you can request like
But,
viewings at your local cinemas because obviously it's just an independent movie that a few people have got together and made.
You can.
So I may have to see if they'll do it somewhere near me,
Number 6 cinema.
just so then
Locally,
I
it's the
can
best place for
I
that.
can join my love of movie watching with my love of crochet.
Well, you guys,
Should start a movement to see if you can get loads of people involved. Like,
Yeah,
design it
if
or
you're
whatever.
interested, let me know.
And then,
and
then you can all watch the movie about yarn whilst you're
and we can crochet while we're doing it. Yes.
Yes, that's an idea.
Or knitting if that's your thing.
You
know.
get like 150, 200 people together. It's a winner. They'll do it.
Let us know
Distributor will make
if you're
it happen.
interested, and we'll get a viewing sorted.
There you go. And Number 6 Cinema is lovely. It's got a nice little bar, and it's the biggest screen on the south coast.
Sounds
There you
good to me.
There you go. Yarn on the big screen. Watch a big yarn on the big screen. A yarn about yarn. Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, but Wonder Woman, certainly, we'll go into more deep one. I'm hoping that we can all see it before next week, because then we can give it some real discussion.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be good. So I am working on that. I will keep you all posted. But yeah, with the intention that at least one of us will have seen it by the time we get back to you next week. But very, very strong positive reactions. Not just from fans, but from... I know that's the most important thing, is the fans love it. But also from the most difficult people to please are giving it warm reactions as well.
Yeah, because let's be fair, that's what the studio's interested. They want the good press. They want the good reviews.
Yeah, they are. They know the fans are going to welcome it and embrace it. And to be honest with you, you know, DC's been up and down, movie-wise.
Mainly down.
Obviously,
Yep.
you know... Unfortunately, due to very, very sad and very tragic reasons, Joss Whedon's had to step in on Justice League, and he's going to kind of take the reins on the DC Comics universe for a little while.
Yes.
He's finishing the edit of
Justice League.
Justice League as well.
He is indeed. And then I think he's taking on... rumoured to be taking on another project. Oh, he's doing Batgirl anyway, isn't he?
He's doing Batgirl,
he's doing
That's
Batgirl.
again
That's
another
the
one.
thing.
Really
Yeah.
looking forward to.
So I think you know, things are looking up with Wonder Woman in play. And with Batgirl in play and Justice League coming.
It's without sounding too girly. I love the fact that kind of the women.
I think the women are going to win the day.
They're being embraced
they are.
by everyone now. You know.
Whedon doing Batgirl and Wonder Woman glowing wonderful praise. I think that the DC girls are going to win the day. I think they are.
That's
DC female
fucking
characters
rock.
have always been really popular, and I don't know why they've never
But
jumped
they're
onto that
always
before.
really strong characters. That's why
They are.
they've always got good, solid stories.
And Chris Pine's a bonus.
I don't think Marvel female characters get the same sort of treatment as DC do.
They're always kind of the sidekicks, whereas
I mean, you look at every X-Men comic from the 90s, like every single female character in that just got the biggest tits you've ever seen.
true,
They do. There's no way they were
you're not
drawn.
wrong.
Marvel tits.
Yeah.
Oh, Wonder Woman's not exactly skimpy, is she?
No.
No, but she can kick ass at the same time.
So can...
The way
Captain
she's
Marvel.
drawn is a wonder she's not knocking herself out as she's running.
Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, if I'm not mistaken.
She is, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be
She's
interesting.
she's proportionate.
So the cat wants to say hello.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, that'd be the first female Marvel character
I think it's great.
to grace the screen on their own, wouldn't it?
I think it's great. I've been
I'm
saying
pretty sure.
for years. I probably will never finish this, but I've been saying
Because
for
they say,
years.
oh yeah, well Catwoman was... Yeah, that doesn't count because A, it wasn't Catwoman. And,
That's just wrong.
yeah.
I really love the idea, and I've loved this idea for years. And then to the point where every now and then I'll sketch down a few notes on it. I love the idea of a Spider-Woman movie
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
because I used to absolutely love it as a kid. And
Spider-Woman, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent of S.W.O.R.D. Agent of S.W.O.R.D., doesn't it?
Agent of Sword.
Yeah.
Thing is, there are so many good female characters.
That's some real dark
maybe
shit.
It's
those comic
time.
books. Oh, really dark.
Maybe it's time they kind of got a bit more.
Jessica
I'm
Drew.
hoping this
Was
will...
it Jessica Drew? Am I
Yeah.
mixing my characters up?
No, I think you're
It's
right.
Jessica Drew, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this will prove to be a box office hit. I think it's going to be, and then that will open the doors to all sorts of projects because they go, oh look, women can do stuff,
Yeah.
We're not all just a pair of boobies.
and they're cheaper to hire as actors, so we should be fine.
Don't worry, girls. I'm giving him the death look right now,
I'm saying this is what Hollywood think.
with a big grin on your face.
It's true. It's absolutely true. You know.
for women.
Hashtag awkward. I'm sat in between them. And I can feel the heat
And
from
then we'll
one
just
side.
get a new one in 5 years' time when she's too old to play the part. Like, that's the way Hollywood works.
Well,
Yeah.
it's apparently the most anticipated superhero movie of the summer.
You wouldn't believe
that
that
was-
if you were to like listen to the way DC were talking about it, basically.
They just
Yeah,
don't
it's been.
seem
It's had.
confident
It
at all.
had a lot of. Not
They're like, oh, we're
production
not really
issues, but it
expecting
went
this to
through
do
a
well,
lot.
but it'll be a good way to promote the upcoming Justice League movie. That's the
I
way
think
they
they've
were
Pretty
treating
much
it.
underestimated-
how they're using it.
I think
yeah.
they've underestimated its power.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman
Certainly.
has a massive following. She's
As I
been
said,
about for years.
She's
Of
one
course
of the
it's
holy
gonna
trinity of DC.
Of course it's going to do well, and I don't understand why they don't think that.
She's the best thing
Because
about
they don't
Batman
think
vs
that
Superman.
girls buy
It
merchandise,
it almost
and they
seems
do
like
in droves this day
they
and
should
age.
come into our house then and see the amount of stuff I've got. Jesus.
Yeah.
How much stuff did you get, Jesus?
But we're only starting to get into the age now where they will like print shoes for girls, like the comic book
The
stuff
amount of
on
stuff-
T-shirts for girls.
Yeah, the amount of
3 years
men's
ago, we
stuff.
went to 2 years ago we were going through Primark and you were like, oh, there's no
It's all
good T-shirts here
boys.
for boy. So you were buying boys T-shirts
Yeah.
for yourself and boys socks. Now that's completely changed.
There's so much.
2 years.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's probably not good for my bank balance, but it's nice that they're finally accepting that. Yeah, us girls can be geeks too,
Yeah. I think-
without going on a feminist rant.
oh, why not?
you
We're
know.
halfway there.
Well, you know, we're
Can you open the window if we start burning bras, though?
Yeah. But it is
We'll
perfectly
toast some of
okay.
Jeans' bagels on them.
You know, it's
it's
popular
nice
culture.
to be accepted, and the realization now that girls can be just as geeky.
Yeah.
We really can.
No, I think it's a good thing.
It's a very good
it
thing.
can
I
only
think
be a good thing.
I'm very excited for this movie.
And I think how well this movie's going to do is going to just enforce that I can't even think of the word, that feminist feeling. Feminist, what? I don't. No one's helping me here.
Well, we don't have feminist feelings. We're all misogynists.
Yeah, it's because you're all
Apart
male.
from on Sundays when my name is Joan.
chauvinist.
Damn that penis.
Yes. Damn. See, even the cat's coming, and the cat is a girl. She's coming and she's sitting here to show solidarity
She's a
with
cat.
me.
She has her own agendas.
No,
No, she's not. She's fucking hungry. It's
She just
nothing
wants
to
to
do
be
with
fed
feminism.
before she kills you.
she just wants some bagels.
She wants some of your bagels, Jeans.
I can't help you with that one.
They're
think if
all
you-
for
some of
me.
myself-
Do you think if
minute.
you started eating
Yeah.
the bagels, you might find Ghost Recon?
Maybe. I'd probably need to clean my house up a bit and find that way as well. There was everywhere.
Told you, he's a hoarder. There's so many bagels in
Fucking, not even Indiana Jones is finding that copy of Ghost Recon.
there. Maybe we could make a video of that then. One of you is Indiana Jones, searching for the Ghost Recon disc.
Whilst Ruben and Keith are
The
shooting
lo-
the
the
bagel
lost-
movie.
Yeah. I'm a genius.
Oh Jesus! Lost game of Recon.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Will they be the sponsor?
Do-do-do-do-do.
Since it's their bagels and Jeans. It's kind of cathartic because their money probably paid for Ghost Recon, so
Yeah.
it's kind of come full
Yeah,
circle in
yeah.
itself. And then you'll be able to pay for those stolen bagels. Right,
On that thieving note,
I think we're there.
I think we're there. Thank you very much.
no, thank you.
I have enjoyed
Oh, can
this
I just?
conversation.
Am I allowed to say one?
Yeah.
Of
quick
course,
thing in it?
of course.
Obviously, having
A vagina.
a vagina. I would just like to take this opportunity to say an early happy birthday to one of our founding fathers, whose birthday is on Monday.
Oh, Rubens.
No, it's not mine.
So happy birthday, Mr. Souch.
Yeah, happy birthday to Keith.
Everyone send in your birthday love for him on
Or your
Monday.
birthday money.
or your birthday money, or your birthday vinyl.
Or anything.
Happy birthday, boss man.
Yeah.
Send him
another
some.
year.
Send him some
Another
birthday
year older.
bagels. You got enough of them, you fat.
He's not going to give up his bagels.
What? Oh,
It's
mate,
just
I
gonna
think
be
I
a
fell asleep
thing
for a
now.
minute.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bagels.
I think it's just you and me, isn't it?
I think it is.
It's highly amusing to me.
Keith is celebrating another birthday. He's been on this earth nearly as long as Jeans has been waiting to play Ghost Recon. And on that note, thank you very much to Ian Jeans and his missing Ghost Recon and his stash of bagels. To Sarah Haskell and her burning bras. Keith Salch and all of it.
I'm going to be so old, I'll soon be able to play Keepy Uppy with my bollocks.